Hello, Sagittarius. Hello, Leo. Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead, my friend. Hello, my fire family. Thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you already. If you're one of the people who is always giving a thumbs up because you want to see this fire tribe grow, thank you so much for doing that. Thanks for being in the comments. What we're going to read about today, of course, as always, for the week ahead is going to be for work, love, home, hearth, money, pentacles, whatever it is. Whatever comes out is what we're going to read for you today. It's up to the universe. We're going to use a couple of oracle decks, and then we're going to add tarot to it and see what we come up with. I am going to read for... I'm going to read for Leo first. So Sagittarius, if you don't mind scooting along, I'll be with you in just a second. All right, Leo, here we go. Let's take a look at it here. Leo, I say fire family because I'm a Sag rising. I go like peanut butter and jelly with a Leo, for sure. We have lots of fun, we do. All right, here we go. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for the week ahead, Leo. This is for the week ahead whenever you find it. It will be for the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Leo. If you're cross-watching, thank you. All right, we've got flow. I like it. Leo, the flow. It feels like you're no longer swimming upstream, or you're going to stop pushing on things. It feels like you're going to stop pushing to go down a path that's really hard. Look, I'm just going to tell you right now, that's the deal. If your path is hard, it's tough, you're suffering, you're being hurt, you know, it's time for you to change it up, right? That's the indication that you're going the wrong way. And it feels like somebody who has previously been going against the grain or swimming upstream, as I like to say, as the salmon will do, right? I think that you've stopped that. I think you're in the flow. I want to say that you're just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't keep controlling everything. It's time to just get in the flow and let whatever comes for me come for me. I like it. We have observe. Interesting. Very interesting. Observe. Okay, let's get some other cards. First of all, we'll look at the bottom. We got passion, strength, inspire, and intuition. Oh, I like it. It feels like your intuition is telling you that you need to find the courage to chase your passions, my friend. To chase passion, and I don't mean the physical kind, it could be that, but I'm a little bit deeper than that, so I'm talking about things that really set your heart on fire. If money wasn't an object, you had no blocks, you just had time and all the money in the world, what would you do with it? That's your intuition. And I feel like you're thinking about that as we come up to the week ahead here. I feel like you're trying to figure out what inspires you, because I think that you've been living sort of up, going against the grain or swimming upstream. I think that it's been a struggle is what I want to say. And I feel like in the week ahead, it's almost as if you've decided to just surrender it and just get into the flow. Get in that chair, sit looking out the window with your cup of tea, your cup of coffee. I think you're inward, I want to say, trying to find your flow. What is your flow, Leo? Tell me more about Leo, please, in the week ahead. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, if you're interested in a private read, please look in the description. Look for the flowers. You'll see a code. It is for 10% off of any of my services over at Wizio. There's a link there to Wizio as well. All right. We've got illumination. I like it. Illumination. You know what? When you slow down a little bit, Leo, you're able to see things a little clearer. It's a little brighter. It feels like you go from sort of being in the dark, maybe being awake at night, not being able to sleep. You go into sort of a situation of illumination. You start to realize some things. We have pleasure, that you need more fun. Yeah. It's time to look for ways to have more pleasure. And it feels like the pleasure that we're looking at is like hiking, getting into nature, healing through grounding. Take your shoes off, take your boots off, stand in the grass. It's like it's time for healing. But it's the one thing we don't realize is when we are camping or hiking or whatever, or we are grounding, that it is a pleasure thing. It feels good. And it feels good because the earth does have a power to power you, to regenerate you. You come from the earth, right? All right. We have adventures. We have taking risks. Okay. All right. I like it. And so adventures and taking risks. And then we have solitude. Look, it feels like you are about to you're about to go on an adventure or take some risks. You're about to find a unicorn. You're about to jump through some sort of gateway. I'm going to say, Leo, you're going to go do something you've never done before. And I don't care if that is telling someone you love them or showing your emotions to someone that you never did before, or maybe it's camping or backpacking, or maybe it's just getting on a plane with a backpack and just walking through Europe for a while. It feels like you are observing what sorts of pleasures you can have in your life because of the illumination. But in order to be able to have some of this adventure, you're going to have to learn to take a few risks. You're going to have to soar, right? You're going to have to jump off the edge. And, you know, that's what the universe wants from you, right? The universe wants to catch you, but you have to show the universe first. First you jump and then the net appears. So take educated risks. Don't do anything impulsive, something that might hurt you or your family or your pentacles. It feels like you're in sort of in the week ahead, you're sort of in a think tank of observation. What should I do next? What path should I go down next? Maybe it's time to get a little more grounded and a little less impulsive. The flow is the illumination, though, and I love it. They're both, you know, the flow is about water, right? Being in the flow, it's like getting in a boat and just letting the boat take you where it will. It's like not trying to coerce the journey, not trying to manipulate the ending. Yeah. It's like not trying to make things turn out the way you want them to turn out, but going with the flow, with the universe, going with the flow and figuring out where it'll take you. I think you'll find it'll take you to pleasure. You'll be way less stressed. I mean, there doesn't look like there's much stress there. I'm just saying. You're going to be way less stressed out. I think you need to get out of the city for some of you, not for all of you, of course, but for some of you who maybe have Earth in the chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, I think it's you that needs to get into nature. For others of you, you're going to make your observations and find the ways in which you will have pleasure. But I think that the big idea that you've had while you've been quiet and in the flow is that there is an illumination here and that you need more fun. Life is too serious for you lately and you just need more fun. Let's talk about tarot for you here, Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Jupiter for the week ahead. Tell me about Leo, please. What does tarot want Leo to know? All right. We have a Tower in the reverse. Oof. My friend, you're holding off change. You were. I'm going to say you were, because you come into the week this week you might be holding off the change, right? The change, the upheaval. This doesn't feel good. Whenever it happens, it's usually scary. And people don't like when the Tower comes out because it means there's going to be change and people don't like to change. We all love to stay in our beautifully polished rut, but nothing grows there. This is where everything's growing, on the pleasure path. All right, so the Tower is in the reverse, and to me, it's like it's an inevitability that the Tower is going to fall and the change is going to come. But right now, you're holding it off. You're not looking at it. You're not touching it. You're not even acknowledging its presence here. I think the flow is going to bring you there, though. Yeah, if you get in that boat and you let the boat take you where it's going to go, it's going to take you to the Tower, my friend, because I do believe from looking at this that you do need some change. All right, something you've been manifesting. You want to change. But I think you're afraid. You're afraid of being hurt again. But look, the Star is here. The Tower is card 16 and the Star is card 17. The universe never leaves you out to dry, Leo, ever. Whenever something comes to your life that is going to be of some sort of upheaval, I mean, the Tower can be some pretty awful stuff, right? Because we're seeing things for what they really were, and what they really are is something that we weren't aware of. So when you get really close to the Tower, picture walking up to a stone fence, right? Getting within inches of the stone fence. What can you see? Nothing. All you can see is the stone. But once that falls, then all of a sudden you see, oh, there's a path on the other side. And I think that you've been holding on so tightly to something in the past or a way that you've been or a line of thinking that I think you've been holding off the tower. You've been trying to be so careful, but the truth is change is imminent. It is inevitable. We all go through change and flux. There's no other point for being here. Allow the change. The universe is not going to let you out to dry. The healing is here. I really do believe that you are in the flow. I feel like you're about to do something or manifest something. It's a realization. The illumination is right here. It's a realization that I think you have a heartstring or you're attached to someone. She's holding something that's attached to the universe. And I want to say that in there, I feel is somebody you're attached to. Like their energy is there as well as yours. That's what I want to say. Got the pleasure, and we've got the 7 of Swords in the reverse. Whew. It's a release. Yes, you need that. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Observe. Now, I think that you've been watching someone, I'm going to say. Maybe you've been watching someone online in the neighborhood, at the place of work. I don't think it's creepy. I feel like you notice this person. Either they're beautiful or you like their energy, but it feels like there is an observation time. So this feels like in the week ahead, it feels like a time of being with you, figuring out what you want, watching things, watching the people around you, seeing how they move. And when people don't know you're watching, they will move as they will, and you get to learn a lot about people when they don't know you're watching. I like to do that once in a while. Go to a mall and just sit there. Sit there or walk around, watch people, feel their energies. I like it. All right. We've got the Knight of Swords in the reverse, so you feel a bit stuck. It feels like you want to send a message. Page of Pentacles is about things that are materializing in the 3D, and your manifestation is here. So I feel like your manifestation, I feel you are about to be very honest with someone. I see that as Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It is all earth energy. We've got Pentacles here. We've got Aquarius. We've got Scorpio as well. The illumination could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. To me, the illumination, there's a lot of white here, but the illumination is aha, right? The aha moment. Yeah. It's a realization. It's a realization that you have to change, I think, that you have to let this tower fall, my friend. There's so much on the other side that you're not aware of. And I feel like whoever I'm connecting with is living a life behind the mask. It's like you don't really want to show people who you really are because you don't know if they'll like you. Maybe you don't like you. All right. Let's clarify just a little bit for you, Leo. Tell me about Leo, please. I think you need to let the tower fall, my friend. I think you need to accept the changes, let them happen. Some of them are really hard. Look, this could be things that you've been holding off or putting off for a while. Have you been putting off breaking up with somebody or putting off the divorce? Maybe you want to wait for them to send you the papers instead of you sending them to them. Maybe it's time for you to leave the job that's really horrible and awful. I feel like you get your answer in the week ahead. And I think that's when you're going to allow the tower to fall. But I think right now it's a resistance to change. Tell me about this resistance to change for Leo in the week ahead, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. So now this tower is here and it comes out on its side. So we won't ignore that it did. It feels like the challenge, because anything that comes out on its side is a challenge. The challenge is the tower. And we know that because, yeah, because it's here, right? You're challenged by the tower. You don't want to change. You're good in your rut. I feel like the tower is falling anyway. It is the challenge, but I feel like it's coming out in the upright. The Four of Swords is here. The Four of Swords is healing, my friend, and that's what you need. And sometimes you got to go through great change to get to the healing. I also feel like right now you're probably not really connecting with many people, that maybe you're kind of keeping to yourself, and maybe not all the way to yourself. Maybe you have a few people that you're kind of connecting with here and there. But I feel as though you're trying to settle into the flow. It's as though you know the tower is imminent. That's what it feels like. Leo, you're quite You have a knowing, right? And it always is going to depend on what's in your moon and your rising. But you do have a knowing. We have the Tower, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. You've been holding off this Tower for years, probably 7 years, for a very long time. And I think that this Tower is about to fall probably in the next 4 days or so. We've got 4 swords here. Swords are days for me. So in the next 4 days or so, today we are Wednesday, so that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, you're thinking about it. Over the weekend, you may end up experiencing a Tower in the week ahead. And I think your Tower, Leo, is a realization. It's a realization that you can no longer live life the way you're living it. Or like, because when the Tower's in the reverse, understand there's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of illusions you've built up. Maybe it's ego. Maybe it's that you thought that this particular person didn't like you. Like it's all of those things coming crashing to the ground in realization that maybe you've been holding off change. Everyone else maybe around you is changing. Maybe you're feeling like people are leaving or going their own way, but everyone around you is changing because you're supposed to change too. That's the way life is. So I think this is your illumination of your manifestation. I think that you're making decisions about what you want to do. And that makes sense because I feel like the Tower's falling in the week ahead. And so I feel like you're making decisions about what you want to do here. The Three of Cups is in the reverse. It tells me that I feel as though you, that maybe it's time to start settling down. Maybe too much partying, maybe too much celebration. And, we can get into that, especially if you're single, right? If you are a single Leo, you can get into that trap, right? Of always going out, eating out every night, going out to the bar, always having drinks. And it all leads to somewhere sinister. If you keep doing that, you're going to gain weight. You're going to impact your health. You're going to impact your mental health with the drinking, right? So it feels like the Three of Cups in the reverse tells me that it's time to look within. The High Priestess is the one who is connected to the universe, connected to themselves. This is the intuition. This is the psychic one, the tarot reader, right? Someone who is a psychic or a medium. And I've said that before, that Leo, that you're on point with some of your stuff as it pertains to your gut. I honestly only know 4 of them, and all 4 of them are actually quite connected to their gut. Very good with their intuition. So I feel like in the week ahead, this is a week that you're going to spend with you, possibly in nature, and you're going to go within. I feel like you're not going to communicate with people. You're thinking about settling down. You're thinking about it's time to heal. It's time to heal stuff. I also feel like you feel very connected to somebody who might be in heaven, but if it's not heaven, I feel like it's like a soulmate connection because this person is here. Whether you're feminine or masculine, you can see that there is a tie that goes right to the universe. And so that's the connection to the universe, but it's almost like it feels like you're connected to someone else who might also be connected to the universe. And I feel like that's how you're connecting to that person. If we are talking about a person, you're connecting to them in an energetic way. So it's a realization or an illumination that it's time for you to listen to your gut. The Nine of Pentacles is here, and I believe that you're kind of mulling this over. Do I want to be single? Do I not? It really is important that you get to yourself to a place of confidence, taking care of yourself, holding it all down. Maybe you have a business. Maybe you're thinking about starting in a business. But it feels like that's what the illumination is about. It's got you thinking about a whole bunch of stuff, about your intuition, about maybe I need to settle down, or maybe I need to stop partying so much, or stop, it's the 3 cups, right? 3 cups of, I say, love, happiness. It could be maybe you have been dating a lot and you've decided that you don't want to do that anymore. Take it as it resonates. The Nine of Pentacles could be somebody who has an illumination about maybe you want to be single. Or maybe you are single and you don't want to be anymore. Take it as it resonates, but your gut, your intuition is talking about the 9 Pentacles. It's time to get stable. It's time to get confident. It's time to clean it up. We've got the Judgment in the reverse. We've got the Knight of Swords. And we have the King of Wands in the reverse. It's time to be a little bit selfish, Leo. That's what I'm getting from this. It's time for you to be a little bit selfish. The King of Wands is a little bit egoic, a little bit selfish, isn't really concerned about the people around them. I really do think that you need to disconnect and be selfish for a while. I think that's actually a good a good thing. Yeah. The King of Wands is someone who's also not really taking action, not taking inspired action, might be taking impulsive action, but not inspired action. So I think that it's time for you to get away. The Judgment card is in the reverse, and we've also got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. It feels as though a bunch of stuff is about to come to the surface. I think it's time to heal. I feel like the Tower is holding a lot of stuff that you've been harboring and not talking to anyone about for a long while. The Seven of Swords in the reverse is a reckoning of self. I gotta tell the truth. I gotta be honest. I think this is what you're thinking about in the week ahead. The Judgment card in the reverse tells me that you're not ready to make any really big moves or big decisions, but it feels like you have a lot to say. Like it feels like you want to make a decision, but I don't want you to make it quickly. Like the Knight of Swords tells me of impulsivity or moving really quick and not having all the details, not having the whole story. The Judgment card is in the reverse. That may be what is stopping you from making a big decision to allow the Tower to fall, because you're not really sure what's going to come of it. It feels like you have been very impulsive. I want to say that if you do decide to go away somewhere in the greenery, in the bush, maybe camping, maybe in a cabin by yourself, I feel like it's to unplug. It's to unplug and to think about things. You're thinking about being honest with someone, and probably yourself, but I think you are thinking about being honest with someone else as well. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles, because to me that's the thing that is whatever you're observing, you're about to materialize in this 3D world here. You're about to materialize with the Page of Pentacles. You want to start something new, send a message, talk to somebody, go out for coffee. It feels like something is materializing here because you've been observing. Tell me what you've been observing. What's causing the Page of Pentacles? What have you been observing? The King of Swords. You're getting clarity. You're seeing someone be very honest or truthful. You're observing because possibly you have trust issues and you want to know the real story. And as I said, people will tell you everything if they don't know you're in the room. You will just watch them do their thing. We have the Moon energy, interesting energy here. It almost feels like things have slowed down as we get into the end of the week next week. It almost feels like there is something that is gaining momentum or something that is gaining energy, an energy. It feels like we're about to pull the truth out of the Moon energy, but it feels like you're kind of scared that maybe what you might be seeing, what you're observing, may not be the truth. I want to tell you it's the truth. So whatever you're observing that's going to help you make this decision for the Page of Pentacles, it is the truth. That the thing that you're observing is true. I think that the Moon is here to kind of cast shadows or doubt, and you're not really sure of what you're observing, but I think you can trust it, is what I want to say, because the King of Swords is very trustworthy. We've got the Magician in the reverse. See, it does feel like somebody is watching someone online in the neighborhood. Maybe you go into their place, maybe they work at Starbucks, they're a barista, you walk in there every day, and it feels like it almost feels like you feel that whatever you're observing could possibly be in a manipulation. So you're unsure. Because of the Moon, you're unsure about whether you're going to send the message, talk to somebody, materialize something in the 3D, something you've been thinking about, manifesting, hoping for, I feel comes to fruition at the end of the week next week. But I want to say that all the way through, you're feeling very stuck. We've got the Knight of Swords. It's not going to be an easy path. It's a path to the Tower. You have to have some realizations, some pretty damn big realizations. If you're headed toward the Tower, look at the beautiful things here. This is the 10 Wands, and the 10 Wands are all burdens you've been carrying forever, for a long time. Yeah. 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, 10 years, who knows, right? To me, these are weeks. It could be 10 weeks that you've been carrying this, maybe 2.5 months or 3 months or something, that you've been holding a cup. I feel like you have deep feelings for someone that you've not revealed to them, And I feel like it's been really burdensome. So this is making more sense now. It feels like you are watching someone in order to try and get the truth. And it feels like what you're observing could be a bit of a manipulation. For instance, maybe you're seeing memes, somebody that you're watching, you're seeing memes or something, and you think they're about you. You should figure out why. Is it really about you? Or is it something that is on your conscious that's causing you to feel like it's about you? Take it as it resonates. All right. Oh, yes, we should look at the week ahead. What is the challenge for the week ahead, please? For Leo. Oof, it is the devil. It's toxicity, it's addiction, it's doubt, it's fear. That is all the things that are holding you back from going to the tower. Look, the tower is going, when it falls, is going to give you relief. I feel if you decide that you just need to let it go, let it fall, let whatever's going to crash in. I think that the devil is here to try and get you to not do that, to not get you to be realized about yourself, to not be in the illumination, to not get into the healing. This is what is on your shoulder right now, whether it's an addiction or it's fear, doubt about the self. Yep. That is your challenge for the week ahead. I feel like once you drop those wands we were talking about on the bottom of the deck, because after the 10 wands comes the ace, it opens a path of passion for you. It allows you a way forward to follow your, as I was saying at the beginning, to follow your heart, to follow your passions, to do, if money wasn't a thing and you had all the time in the world and you never had to work again, what would you do with your time? I feel like you're supposed to be thinking of that while you're in this I feel like some of you are going to be going to the earth. Yeah. So camping, cottage, maybe you're going to travel somewhere, but I think it's going to be for the purpose of grounding yourself. All right, I'm going to go for now. Thanks, Leo, for watching. I appreciate you. Love you guys so much. I'll be back because I'm always back. I'm out for now. Bye-bye. Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for waiting here for me, my Saggy friends. I'm a Sag rising, by the way. Thank you so much for clicking here. And so I have your energy. Let's get at it. Let's start with this deck here. And 2 oracle decks. We'll throw some tarot at it, as I said. And if you're interested in a private read, by the way, there is... let's look for the... God, my brain just shut off. Did you hear it? Click. I think it ends up when I'm in your reading, and I don't know why. But I'm trying to tell you that there's a sale. 10% off my readings until the end of October. October 31st at midnight. And as long as you're booked in before then, you are good to go, my friend. All right. Let's get into this reading here. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius, please, for the week ahead. If you're cross-watching, thank you. Tell me about Sagittarius. All right. We have barrier. Okay. Starting in the week ahead with some sort of barrier or something you see as a barrier on your path or a block to where you want to go. You know what I'm going to say? Look at that full moon. There's a full moon coming up on the 14th of October. It is an eclipse. And it's a full, oh no, it's a solar eclipse. But it feels like, I think it's a solar eclipse. I'll have to look into it. I think it is though. Nonetheless, but there's full moon coming up. And I feel like, it feels like once you get past the full moon, it's like the path is clear. That's what it looks like. So I think this is going to be a time of change for you, a time for you to be looking at situations with a closer eye, looking at what is blocking you on your path. What are the barriers? Tell me more about Sag, please. We have create. Okay. It's a lot of times people who don't know how to meditate or really can't just sit there and meditate, and there's a lot of people who can't. That's a really good way to get into meditation, is to start creating. So painting, or painting, crocheting, needlepoint, like creating something, music. Yeah, it all is a meditation, right? Bottom of the deck, we have ego, purpose, and nourish. Observe, manifest. Be very aware of nourishing the self. Be very aware of it. Observe. We have purpose and ego. Somebody is in the week ahead, I feel, is thinking, is there a purpose for my ego? Ego is the mask. You know that person on your Facebook page that takes the same picture every time with the duck lips? That's the ego. Somebody who doesn't know who they are. It's the same picture over and over and over again. They cock their head in the same way, look at the camera in the same way because they think it looks good. It's ego. So I feel like your purpose is to explore the ego in the week ahead. And it seems like you're going to learn something from it. The observation is going to nourish you. It's not something you should be scared of. We've got manifestations and reflect. Okay. Let's go here. Tell me more about Sag, please, for the week ahead. Tell me more about Sag, please. I want to say that you create your own story, right? You can see somebody is building here. You can see all the cool things there. You create your own story. There's a house on the top of the hill, but it's surrounded by water. There's a side door, and there is pencils and pens and painting things. It feels like you're supposed to create your own future. We have taking risks. Interesting. Ooh. And adventures. Okay, you're going to be asked to jump off the edge next week, I think, Sag. I feel like there is some sort of adventure that's coming for you. That's going to, it's almost like the barrier. You need to jump off the barrier, my friend, take a risk and take flight. It feels like this, I'm looking at this as the barrier, and then somebody jumping off the edge and taking flight here. The barrier is, it feels like there's something that is going to happen after the next full moon, and it's going to clear your path. It's going to clear energy. It's going to allow you to take a risk, take some sort of an adventurous risk. It might be something you're creating. If you are a creator, maybe you're a creator on YouTube or you're a creator on TikTok. I feel like that it feels like you are going to be taking a different turn or a different corner and going away from the kind of content you've been making, and maybe you're going to be doing something new. You're going to be creating something new that's going to take you on a brand new adventure. And I believe it's because you're busting through this barrier. After the full moon, I feel like you're busting through this barrier and taking a risk, some sort. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be just, let's go on a trip, right? But I feel like there is, and you may create on that trip, creating an adventure to go on a trip. It could be that. All right, let's look at the tarot. Tell me more about this barrier, please, for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. Let's look at this barrier. This is my favorite card in this deck. Might be because I'm a fire rising. And I love adventure, and so do you, Sag. You know that you do, right? Well, it really honestly does depend on your moon and your rising. You might be someone who wants to adventure, but you could be too scared to adventure or not interested in adventuring because of whatever criteria that is not being fulfilled. But this is my favorite card, and because I just... You know what? My Sagittarius and my Taurus sun, Sagittarius rising and Taurus sun, they're arguing constantly because Sagittarius wants to go on the adventure and Taurus is kind of like pulling Sag down by the ankles. Come on, get down here. Ground yourself. You can't, it's not a Disney ending all the time. I know. All right, we've got the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you're worried about the barrier at this point. There is something, and I don't know if it's a mental block for you or if it's something that you think about when your head hits the pillow, but I want to say that maybe you're having disturbed sleep patterns because you're coming, and I want to say that you might not even know what the barrier is. You're coming up to a time of change where you're going to be leaping a barrier or something is going to be cleared out of your path so you can go ahead and decide, you can see clearly if you want to jump off the edge and fly or not. I want to say that we've got violet here, right? We've got violet, which is the third eye. We've got pink energy, which is the crown chakra. We've got yellows and oranges, which is the sacral chakra. It feels like you can confidently take a leap here because I think you have most of the information that you need. I think you're feeling confident and passionate, and I think it's time. We have the King of Wands. Oh, you could be the King of Wands, but maybe your person is the King of Wands. Maybe there's someone in your life who's King of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Feminine or masculine, it doesn't matter, right? We have the Knight of Cups. Oh, an adventure in love. Sag, what's going on? Is the King of Wands going to make you risk, take a leap, jump into something? I just got head to toe chills twice. Right from my shoulders to my toes, and then from my toes to my head. We have the Empress. Look at that. You are creating the Empress. Beautiful. You could be the Empress. Empress is Taurus and Libra, but understand that the Empress is also an energy, which also includes you, Sagittarius, as the Queen of Wands, right? It is when the Empress is in the room, all the queens are in the room, because she has all the energy and all the lessons of all of those queens. And yeah, we have a King of Wands here. There is what is between you and the King of Wands is a lot of emotions, a lot of romantic feelings. And I feel like it's about to take you on an adventure. I really feel like this, it feels like either the full moon or the eclipse, and I don't know if they're one and the same or around the same time. I think they are, but I'm not sure. Take it as it resonates, and please, if you know more than me, which you probably do, please put it in the comments if you know, and I will pin it so everyone else knows. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is in the reverse. The waters are muddy. Oh, sorry, I'm getting a song. I'm trying to listen to it. That's why I'm not talking. It is Imagine Dragons. It is clairaudient. I get music all the time, y'all. When I say words, they fall into like a lyric, and that's how I get it. So the Ace of Swords, trouble, blood is in the muddy waters. Oh, I'm going to say that you're unsure about how someone feels about you. The Page of Wands is in the reverse. You haven't heard from somebody. Somebody stopped texting you or calling you, and you haven't heard from this person in a while. I want to say that it's probably off and on. We've got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. You're wondering if this person is still single. They have not texted you. Sorry, I'm listening to the lyrics. The song is Sharks. Yeah, it's Sharks. Better put your head on swivels. What? Better put your head on swivels. You think you're better than them. You think they're really your friends. But when it comes to the end, you're just the same as them. Look, I feel as though you're about to go on an adventure, but I want to say that there's somebody in the background who's wondering if you're single, who hasn't texted you in a while and has muddied the waters. You thought you had clarity about what your relationship was with them, whether it's platonic or romantic, but there is somebody who's in the background. I think this person is different from what's going on here. Let's clarify a little more. All right. It's like somebody hurt you because you're saying you're just the same as them. I thought you were different, but you're not. You're just the same as them. That song is also about be careful who you hang out with, because you're just the same as them. Same as them. All right. Let's take a look. Let's clarify just a little bit for you, Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag. Let's clarify for Sag, please, with the Nine of Swords and the barrier. I think the Nine of Swords is the barrier, my friend. I don't think that you can put down these thoughts. We have Here we go. We got the 10 of Wands and we have the Fool. It's going to take an unburdening, and I feel that that is coming. I want you to go to the internet and find your ritual, whatever it is. If you're eclipsing things from your life, bless them and send them back to the universe. Do some surrendering. Yep. It feels like there is a new opening coming here, and I was feeling that it feels like once we get over this, it's clear sailing. All right. There is a new chapter about to open here, but you must have a reckoning with yourself. You must figure out about you, what you're doing, what you need, and also who do you need in your life? What are the barriers? Is it people who you trusted and now you realize they're just the same as them? It's a worry. It's a worry about how did I get so burdened? And I feel like your path is being cleared here, Sag. We have the 6 of Cups. It is somebody who you're very close to, whether platonic or romantic. It's someone you've known for a long time. It feels like somebody turned on you, and you don't know why they did it. You're like, you're just the same as them. I thought you were different, but you're just the same as them. This person, it could be, like I said, it could be someone who you're in love with, someone who you feel like is your soulmate in love, but it could be platonic as well. It could be a friend, someone that you've known for years or that you have a special connection with, somebody who you may have lifetime connections with. The Fool is Aries energy. Could be dealing with an Aries. We do have Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy here, and we have this fiery card of taking risks. Tell me what this is about. Somebody new. Somebody, it feels like it's somebody who is interested in you, who's inquiring about you, who needs more knowledge about you. It feels like a message, that there could be a message coming in. We have the 9 of Cups. It's a very happy message. The Page of Swords is the one who is, looking for more information, digging around a little bit, maybe watching you. This King of Wands could be someone who is new. Yep. You might be asked to take a leap of faith with someone who is new. The High Priestess is here, but I think you have a feeling about it already. Sag, you're pretty psychic, right? Sagittarius, you're quite psychic, actually. You have a really good intuition. You listen to your gut, and of course, it always depends on what's in your moon and your rising. But generally, that Sagittarian energy is one of positivity, having fun, going on adventures. If I'm saying so, I think that maybe it's hard for you to say sorry, hard for you to admit you're wrong. And I feel as though all of that stuff comes up for you next week. I feel like you're going within, taking a risk, pulling inward, I feel, to see what's going to make you happy. And I think that while you are in this energy, in walks the King of Wands. Tell me about these adventures. The 2 of Wands, making a decision. You're at the crossroads here. The crossroads of your life. Now what do I do? We have the 8 of Cups. I want to say for some of you, you're thinking about pulling away and going on an adventure. Like maybe just going traveling by yourself. Or maybe you know somebody in another part of the world and you want to go see that person. You just want to get out of Dodge. You're at the crossroads of your life. The Knight of Cups is here. I really believe that the King of Wands, what's between you and the King of Wands is the Knight of Cups. I really think that you are feeling burdened about a connection with somebody who could also be in fire. I feel like you've got an intuitive notion about this person that they are going to want you to take a risk. I'm going to say, if you are going to take a risk with the King of Wands, I think it works out in your favor. The 9 of Cups is here. It's wish fulfillment that's here. I feel you're going to decide to fall in love. For some of you, somebody who left is on their way back, or who will be coming back as the King of Wands. But for others of you, it could be something new with the Page of Swords. It's a happy message that you knew was coming. And And I say you knew it because I really feel like your gut was telling you that something was coming, Sag, that something is arriving, but you don't know what it is. I think it's the King of Wands holding the Knight of Cups. Holding the cup. The Knight of Cups is here. Tell me about the Empress. Okay. I think we're looking at two Empresses here, whether you're feminine or masculine. I think we're looking at two people who are at a point in their lives where they're pretty stable, aware of self, not chasing, not running after things anymore, but calling in things to them. The thing is this, is I feel like it could be two feminines. It doesn't have to be, but the Empress is a feminine leaning, but also is masculine energy. So take that as it resonates. I know many male Empresses. So we have create. I feel that you have created an Empress, like not only within yourself, but I think that's what you're attracting. And so somebody else had to level up in order to be with you. I feel like it's all about abundance, creative abundance. The Hierophant is here to say that there is some sort of commitment that's coming, that you are going to be asked to make a decision about, but I don't think you're going to make a quick decision. The Two of Swords is not making a decision at all, in fact. So the Empress is going to have to make a decision about a Taurus, possibly, or about a Libra. And I feel it's to do with commitment. Are you going to want commitment with this person or not? Somebody's having a hard time making a decision. I feel like it might be a Taurus. We've got Pisces here as well. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Looks like there is going to be some sort of an investment here. There you are, an investment in Sagittarius with the soulmate here. These two are soulmates, right? The Empresses come together and they notice each other. They notice themselves in each other. It's like it's a mirror. It's a complete mirror. The Empresses are looking at each other. You look in the mirror, you see that back, that's your person. Yeah. It does feel like it's a deep connection. The Lovers is here. So Temperance is Sagittarius. Yeah, it feels like there is going to be, I feel like you're going to be making an investment, or somebody wants to make an investment in you. Take it as it resonates. It could be another Sagittarius, but it also could be a Gemini. Let's take a look and see what is up for the week ahead. What is up for the week ahead for Sagittarius, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what's up for the week ahead. The Three of Cups. Look at that. This is a reunion. So for those of you who think this is someone new, it could be the King of Wands. For others of you, I'm feeling like it's a reunion. I'm feeling like you're going to be reuniting with someone, and you knew that this person was going to be sending a message or calling you or has been watching you online. You are going to be getting a happy message from this person, one that in your gut you knew was coming. You're going to be asked to take a risk or a leap of faith with this person. This person's coming at you with all of their feels. They're at the crossroads of their life as well. They walked away, I feel, and now they're stuck in their head. They now know that they want the adventure. And so I feel like this person is coming back because they've realized that they don't want to do the adventuring without you. I think they're here to ask for a commitment. For some of you, I think that's what it is. And the commitment doesn't have to be marriage. The commitment could be, can we try seeing each other a little more? Can we go on a couple adventures together? Can we get in the car and see if we can make it 5 hours to the next state or the next province? Let's find out if we can do those things together. I feel like it's going to be a hard decision for you to make, a Sagittarius. I think it is, because you're very balanced. You're comfortable in your life. You've got everything on, everything is moving in a very balanced way for you. You don't need anything. You don't need anyone. And I think that, the King of Wands comes crashing in. Like the King of Wands doesn't just show up and ring your doorbell. They're like boom, 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 boom on the door like the cops. Yeah, this one's showing up, right? And I think the reason why, if you've been having disrupted sleep patterns, you're probably dreaming about them because they're very close, right? It feels like you're dreaming about them coming back. And if you are, you're psychic AF. They probably are on the way back. They're ready to talk. You're going to get a message of some sort. For some of you, this is a brand new person, though. A brand new person that's going to make you very happy, and you knew it in your gut, and you are going to take the leap of faith. Take it as it resonates. I'm going to go for now. I love you guys so much, and I'm out for now, but I'll be back because I'm always freaking back. You know it. I love you guys. Bye-bye.